What's up everybody, this is Brian from HappyFunnyGaming, and today I'm going to be spending the whole day at Disneyland, Galaxy's Edge over here. The whole day. Is it boring? Is it great? Is it fun? I'm excited. Stay tuned in this video. Waiting to get to see the Millennium Falcon. Can't wait. I'm excited. We're next. Just done with the Millennium Falcon ride. I loved it. It was pretty fun. It was like an arcade game. I was the pilot. It was awesome. Go check it out.
Your allegiance is appreciated, citizen.
I'm just checking out about the food here. How is it? So check it out. I just did the lightsaber experience. Savvy's workshop. Check out my lightsaber. Totally worth it. You should try it. A must. Alright, I got it guys. Blue milk. I heard about it. I'm scared to taste it, but I heard it was really good, so this is my taste test. Chunky, tarty, but it's actually pretty good. It's a good refresher. It's really cold. I recommend it. Blue milk. experience with the cantina. Great atmosphere. A little tipsy, which is great. Only 2 drink minimum though, and only 45 minutes. But the atmosphere is great. They play the old songs. The DJ is great. The Droid DJ. I mean, it's a great theme. And of back home. So what do I think about spending the whole day in Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland? Yeah! I loved it. It was fun. It was awesome walking through the park. It was great to role play a little bit. I was part of the order, and what was cool about that is everyone in there, every person that was working there was in character, and they never broke character for us, which was great. It was part of the experience. And let me tell you guys, I did spend most of the day. I know I said spend the whole day, but I was with my wife, and she was getting kind of fed up staying there. We did stay there for most of the time, so let me tell you how many hours we were there. We were there from the opening time, which was I think about 8 o'clock for Disneyland, all the way till nighttime we were there. Till the park closed, but just in between, we were just out of Galaxy's Edge for only 3 hours because we did everything, and my wife was getting kind of antsy, and she wanted to do something different, and she couldn't wait till the next day, so we ended up riding some rides in the actual Disneyland park. Was I bored spending most of the day in Galaxy's Edge? Like, about how many hours was that? Like probably like 15 hours or a little bit probably less. No, I wasn't. Was my wife? A little bit, and it's because she's not really a Star Wars fan. I mean, she likes watching the movies, but she's not a fan. I mean, she's not gonna buy the stuff she usually buys the things for me, but she's not gonna go out of her way to buy extra memorabilia or extra toys or anything like that. She just likes watching the movies and just knowing about it. So she knows the basic stuff. As for me, what kind of fan am I? I don't have a lot of the Star Wars memorabilia, like the toys and stuff. I'm not really a collector per se. I do have some Legos. I have the Millennium Falcon Lego, the small one, not the big one. That'd be awesome if I had it. I just like being part of that galaxy and like the story of it. I grew up with Star Wars. I always watched it in VHS, old school, and it was a bootleg. It was copied, and I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid. My grandparents had it, and I used to watch it all the time. VHS, shout outs to the tape. This is the current video. I just came back a couple of days ago, and it's October 2019, just to let you know. So it's my current experience, and this is probably the most current experience everyone's had. I'm vlogging about it, and I just want to tell you guys, let you guys know if it's worth it or not. Absolutely yes. Being part of that galaxy, my best experience was once I saw that Millennium Falcon for the first time. It was great. You know, my eyes started tearing up because you got to see that piece of junk, the greatest ship in the galaxy, the Millennium Falcon, right before your eyes, life size, and it was amazing to see. Was the park dead? Like everyone was talking about, you know, like Star Wars is failing, it's not crowded. My experience in there was, no, there was a lot of people in there. Not as much as Disneyland where it was shoulder to shoulder, but there was a lot of people in there, especially in the shops area. The only place where I noticed where there wasn't too much traffic was the Rebel side, and it's because it was all the way in the back. You know, they kind of wanted it to be kind of hidden, and there was only one shop there, and there was this one ship, the X-Wing, which is cool to take a picture, but that's all you could do. It was like a small area in there, plus that ride's not open yet, the new ride that's coming out next year, so there wasn't that much traffic there. But in, you know, the Millennium Falcon side, where the Algon's Cantina was, the market, the Black Spire Outpost, I think it's called. Yeah, the Black Spire Outpost. There was a lot of people. I was there in a weekday, and I don't see it slowing down at all. One cool thing and one cool tip I could tell you guys if you're gonna go to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and is to kind of wear something that represents either the Rebel Alliance or the First Order. If you look in the video, I wore the Stormtrooper helmet with roses. It was a cool shirt, and they're gonna mess with you, so they're gonna actually acknowledge you. I was acknowledged by stormtroopers or the First Order troopers. They acknowledged me and said, "Yeah, cool, dude." That's part of the experience over there. Since people were in character in there, I seen the First Order kick out a person who was part of the Rebel Alliance. They escorted him out of the whole freaking Galaxy's Edge park, but he got to come back in. It was just part of the experience. They actually walked them all out there. I thought that was cool. I liked how Rey acknowledged the kids, and I liked how everyone had their own part. You know, you could also hear like hacking going on throughout the whole park. First Order troopers, they would get called off their post to be on break on the speaker, and you could hear Phasma. I think it was Phasma's voice. That was cool. Just watching that and watching them interact with people was great. The staff there, they had all the Star Wars lingo, and that's all they did. They never broke character for us. So what can you do there while spending your time in Galaxy's Edge? I spent almost the whole day there, so I could tell you the things that I did to keep myself from being bored. First thing that we did was build a droid. There was a short line, but it was a short wait. We didn't have to reserve our spot to build a droid. I'll show you. I built this guy right here. My droid. The colors are sweet. My experience in that droid, if you looked, it was fun. It was fun building, trying to pick your parts. It's not much of a show, and it went really fast. You couldn't take your time to build your droid because all the kids and all the other people wanted to build their droids too. It was cool getting this droid. My recommendation is if you are going to stay there for a while and you know that you're not going to ride rides in Disneyland per se, or if this is the end of the day, pick one up, because this actually, if you turn it on and get the Bluetooth chip, which is right here, the personality chip, it actually turns on throughout the whole Galaxy's Edge and it'll talk. The only thing about this one is, I know I'm going to review it, that even though it talks, sometimes you can't even hear it. To be honest with you, you could feel it, but sometimes you can't even hear it because the crowd is so loud or everything's loud going on. But it's cool to see it interact with stuff while in Galaxy's Edge. The great part is when we walked around in regular Disneyland, it was off. It wasn't on. It wasn't talking at all. But once we got into Galaxy's Edge again, it started acting again. It started beeping. That was cool. That was really cool. And it's fun for kids. All kids have a blast trying to make their own droid and try to personalize your own droid. This is mine. These I always revert to usually red and black for some reason. I think it's my school colors. It's also the Bulls colors because I'm from the Chi-Town. I grew up there. But that's my experience with the droid. My wife built her own droid too. I'll show you in another video what she built. She built the BB-8 unit. It's purple, of course. Next thing we did was ate. We ate in the docking bay 7. We ordered our food ahead of time and it was easy. We just used the app. The food there was okay. It's a little bit upgraded more than park food, not restaurant quality food like in the Blue Bayou, but it was okay. It satisfied me. My wife had the ribs. I had this brisket thing, and I think mine was better than her ribs. The atmosphere in eating was pretty good in Docking Bay 7. It looked really futuristic, or junk futuristic. After that, we went to the big ride that's in Galaxy's Edge, and the only ride, which was the Millennium Falcon ride. Smuggler's Run. It was fun. I know in the video I showed my experience in there. It was like a video game. I'm a gamer and I had so much fun trying to control the Falcon. There's 3 different things you could pick from: an engineer, a pilot, or a gunner. We went there twice. We were pilots first and gunners. We liked the pilots better than the gunners because gunners, it seemed like all you did was press a button. But it was like a mini video game, or like a big video game that moves, and you got to be in the Millennium Falcon. The theme was there. It was so much fun that we did it again. Next thing that we did, the big one, the one that I was waiting for so many months to do, was build a lightsaber in Savvy's workshop. Now, let me tell you about this. I never bought a lightsaber before. I never bought the toy ones. I never bought the legacy, what they're called, ones, the good looking ones, the replica ones. I never did. This is going to be my first lightsaber. I always wanted one, but I never bought one, or no one ever gave me one. It was a great experience. It was, for the money, it is expensive for some people. It's $200 each. And I was there and my wife was there and we both made one. We're there for that show experience, that showmanship of how to build your lightsaber, and there's people talking about it, and you know, there's a whole show of the lightsaber experience. I think you should do it at least once if you really want a lightsaber. Let me show you what I built. This is so awesome. Look at that. This is what I built. I obviously for evil, power, and control right over here. Let that get into focus. I like it. It's the new family heirloom. Let me turn it on for you guys again. Boom! Look at that. Right? That's awesome. I got my own lightsaber. I think it was worth the $200 initially. Would I do it again? Probably not. Unless I forget the whole experience. This is a great quality. It's metal, and I'll review it later. Let me tell you about these lightsabers though. Let me tell you a trick for spending almost the whole day in Galaxy's Edge. If you do this, make sure you take pictures in the daytime, but make sure you bring these and take pictures at night. They let us use these at night and turn them on and take pictures in front of the Millennium Falcon and all the other ships with these light lit on, and the pictures look really dope. There's picture stations throughout the park in front of every ship that you can, and there's people taking pictures. Now we got the Fast Pass Deluxe, I think, or Fast Pass Plus, where anytime a Disney worker took a picture, they scanned it in our phone, and what ended up happening was that picture would automatically go to our phone so we could download later. I recommend it. It is $15 per person, but you get the fast passes and you get the pictures wherever they took. And there was always a photographer in front of every ship. The great thing about taking pictures in front of the ship, especially the Millennium Falcon, is there's no people in the background. People are really respectful in there, and they'll actually tell people not to go through the picture taking spot, so that when you take a picture with Millennium Falcon, you won't have anyone besides the Millennium Falcon behind you. Another cool thing you could do in the park in Galaxy's Edge is you could download the app and you could play mini games throughout the app. There are QR codes and a lot of cargo pieces and a lot of other stuff throughout the Galaxy's Edge that you could scan and play mini games or learn about it, go on missions. Download that Disney app, play all those mini games and puzzles. It was fun. It was a great distraction. There are a lot of shops in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to spend hella money, like Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, where I spent hella money there. In that shop, you could purchase holocrons, lightsabers, memorabilia such as like lights, Star Wars lights, even canes. Anything from Star Wars lore is in that shop, so prepare to spend a lot of money. It's a great shop. It's very well themed, and it's my favorite shop throughout the whole entire Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I bought holocrons there. I bought the kyber crystals there for each color of the blade. Note, at the time they were only selling for crystals one per person per color, so you could get all the colors. They had all the colors available when I went early. Hopefully they're available too if you want all the colors. They had a shop in the Rebel base, and that shop had helmets and everything that was themed for the Rebels. So if you ever want to cosplay or anything like that for the Rebels, you can find it in that shop. Another shop was for the First Order, and they had helmets in there too, and clothing, and any gear was so cool, and figures about the Rebel ships. Anything you want to cosplay in there is also cool. And that was actually my second favorite shop. Also, you can go through the market, and through the market you can buy various stuffed animals, various like dice, Star Wars themed stuff that you've seen in the movies, like that dice that they roll, and also Sabacc, I think it's called, the card game, which was very popular, but they had a lot of them at the time. They had puppets too, where you could attach to your shoulder, which was cool. What they didn't have, which I would have picked up, was the porg puppet. They didn't have it there in Star Wars. It's very, I guess it's very popular that they were always sold out. I spent a lot of money buying stuff for my lightsaber and also for gear. Also got a shirt, which was cool. I'll do another video on my haul if you guys are interested. Quick tip, when you're hauling a lot of stuff, check it online if you want. I stayed at the Disneyland Hotel, and an advantage of staying at a Disneyland hotel was that when I had a lot of stuff to carry, and I checked my stuff in the first order shop, which they brought all my stuff the next day in the morning to my hotel. Let's talk about the blue milk and green milk. The blue milk was really good. It was better than the green milk that I tasted. It was tarty, it was sweet, it was kind of like a slushy. It wasn't actually like milk. Green milk, on the other hand, it tasted good. I could tolerate it, but I prefer buying the blue milk. The green milk was tarty too. It just had a weird taste to it that I didn't like, and a couple other people, and my wife included, didn't like. Speaking of drinks, how was the cantina? So we had an 8 o'clock reservation in the cantina. I'm glad we reserved it a week in advance because it was just by reservations only. They only gave you 45 minutes to stay in there and had a 2-drink maximum, which was okay because the drinks were pricey, especially if you're gonna get the ceramic cups. I was satisfied with 2 drinks. The alcoholic drink, with the indoor cup, that was my drink. My wife's was the poured one. The indoor drink was good, but it wasn't strong. So I was kind of disappointed in that, especially if you're paying $45 for it. But it was good, and you get a souvenir cup. My wife liked the poured drink. It was non-alcoholic, and she liked that one. And I tasted it and it was good. I tried their beer too. It tasted like regular beer. Nothing different about it. Their glasses look pretty neat. I think we sat one of the better seats in the cantina, which was right next to the Robo DJ, so we could hear all the music. We could hear him talk and say stuff. It was a great theme cantina. It was a great theme around there. There's stuff that's happening besides them bartending that they have to act out and involve the crowd. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. I'll have you guys figure it out for yourself. But it was a great atmosphere. It was a standing room table that we had, and I got acquainted with all the other people around the table. Waiters and waitresses and bartenders acted like they were in the galaxy. Our waiter was actually more scoundrelly, and then he was saying like Maz didn't really trust us and everything in this cantina, and he was really in character. He was acting like a scoundrelly dude. Maybe it was his bad day and that was his character, but I say he was in character. So, do I recommend the cantina for people? Yes, I do. Great to have that iconic Star Wars song where Han Solo was with Luke. I'm gonna go back there again and try other drinks. Great thing about the cups that you pay for is that you don't keep the cups that you drink out of. They'll give you one in a box already there, so you don't have to dry it or anything. It's gonna be a clean cup. I recommend the cantina, and I recommend you guys visiting it for at least once. Get reservations because it's high in demand. How does Galaxy's Edge look at night? It looks amazing at night. Great colors, great lighting. I've seen people light up lightsabers at night and it looks so cool. If you have a lightsaber, and if you made a lightsaber or bought a lightsaber, or if your kids have toy lightsabers, I recommend you to go back to Galaxy's Edge at night, light them up, take pictures. They make cool pictures with the lighting effects. It's a great time out there at night. Quick tip. When it's nighttime and you're in Galaxy's Edge, you might get lucky after 8 and ride Smuggler's Run. We had a strategy the second time riding Smuggler's Run at night after 8, and the reason why is because everyone's waiting to see the shows. I think it was Fantasia or Fantasmic. Wow, there was a lot of people waiting for that show. The wait times in Smuggler's Run was very minimal. It was only like 10 minutes. That's a quick tip if you want to ride Smuggler's Run again, or if you haven't rode it again and you don't care about the show. There were still a lot of people at night there walking around. It was very well lit. Best part about nighttime is seeing my droid react with the lighting on it, lighting up my lightsaber, and seeing that Millennium Falcon glow at night. That was the best part. Seeing that ship at night with lights on was amazing. I'm glad I got footage of it. I'm glad I got to take pictures in front of it with my lightsaber. I recommend going there at night and just strolling through. So, does Galaxy's Edge need improvement? Or was it fun staying there most of the whole day? It was a great experience staying there for most of the day. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not a super fan that has all the memorabilia, but I'm a fan of the whole galaxy. It was great for me. Now, as a regular person who knows about Star Wars and just, like my wife, not so much. I plan to go to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and try to experience everything. Prepare to have at least half of your day in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Probably not gonna do Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and all of Disneyland in a day. I would recommend probably 2 days in Disneyland. I knew that we were gonna spend in Galaxy's Edge for a while,
and I wanted to do everything. I wanted to build my lightsaber. I wanted to do a droid. I wanted to see it at night. I wanted to go to the cantina. So we were prepared for it. What my experiences was, I loved it. I loved every aspect of Galaxy's Edge. I know they could improve on with a new ride and also the Rebel Alliance side. They'll always expand throughout the years, and I can't wait. Who do I recommend it for? Obviously, if you like Star Wars, I recommend you going there. People who are collectors, you can only get stuff in Galaxy's Edge. Get memorabilia, all your collector's items from Galaxy's Edge in Galaxy's Edge and nowhere else. You want a different experience and experience the Star Wars world. You want to role play, that's for you. If you're a fan of Star Wars or like Star Wars, you gotta go, or you already went. That was my experience of Galaxy's Edge, and I had a great time. If you liked the video, if I thought the video was helpful, like and subscribe below. If you're a geek, want to geek out like me, like gaming, like and subscribe below. Also, I want to know if you're going to go to Galaxy's Edge or what your experiences are like. Please comment below. This is Brian from HappyFunnyGaming. Peace.